All right, people. It's time to talk about it. It's time to talk about it, man. I've been playing Rec for 2 days now. And, well, I've come to the conclusion that after playing online and, getting out a career and everything and becoming, well equipped to play online, I've noticed three major issues with 2K that, of course, need some tuning because, well, quite frankly, the day one patch wasn't enough. It wasn't enough, And as this video progresses, we're just going to touch on some of these topics and we're just going to see how the game changes going forward. Now, I may not have done this early, but, my YouTube channel name has changed. It's changed to Is Chris Jones. It changed to, who I am. No longer really a character. One of the reasons why I had to change my name is because my friends kept telling me they couldn't search up my YouTube channel. As far as just putting my YouTube name into the search bar and finding the channel, it wouldn't pop up. And as soon as I changed my name, it pops up. So maybe that was just, YouTube telling me, hey, man, change your name around a bit. Because everyone has Big Dog Entertainment. You'll be surprised. But nobody has Is Chris Jones. So this is what we're sticking with for right now. Hopefully forever. But now that that's out the way, let's talk about 2K. One of the first things that I noticed when I was playing 2K online, and only in the rec too, this issue comes up, is a 2K camera. Now 2K kind of pans out in this camera view, it kind of pans out, and that takes some adjusting on the eyes. Every time they inbound the ball now, it pans out, so I guess you can see your point guard or see whoever's in, whoever's doing what. But to me, it seems like you can't even inbound the ball. And by the way, before I go any further, this rec video was my very first rec game online, and we played a sweat team and we lost. So give it a minute. So don't judge us or judge me on this video because it was a sweat team and I didn't even know how rec felt at this moment. But anyway, yeah, the 2K camera kind of like pans out, does these extra things that took some getting used to. And, then I know I watched a video on, Agent Zero's video I watched, and I remember that he talked about 2K, playing on 2K causes lag. And I was wondering, maybe this year I'll just play on another camera angle. And I tried to play on broadcast for a while, but when you're playing sweats, that, they have consistently shown up in the park. Sweats. When you're playing them, you have to play on 2K because there's angles that you can't see on broadcast that you must cover when you're playing sweats, and it gets bad. But the 2K camera in itself, I don't know if they're trying to implement something new, or what, or are they trying to get people off of playing on 2K? I don't know what it is, but that panning in and out every time you turn around, it can get annoying. But I guess it's one of the annoying things that you either A, gonna get accustomed to, or B, have to switch your camera view. With that being said, we'll transition into our next topic, which is shot making. Now, I understand that shooting is one of the most difficult things to balance in a video game, because everyone feels like they have a high enough rating to hit consistent threes. Everyone does. If you have a center who mainly inside but got a 71 3, That 71-3 he feels like should go in the majority of the time, especially when he's wide open and especially if he's only shooting in the corner, and partially shooting is very difficult because then you have people like the community was in 2K17 and 18 where they make glass cleaners or rim protectors, but their three gets to 59 or it gets to 60, which then they boost, and then the point guard puts on dimer, which now the three is really sitting at 65 and 65, 67, and you're getting sprayed out the gym. So I understand shooting is a very difficult thing for 2K to kind of find a balance with, and every year it's the same. Either shooting is too OP or shooting is too broke when a game comes out. The best shooting I think I've witnessed in a 2K game was the beginning of 2K19. Is it 2K19 or 2K20? It might have been whatever year where the meta became the two big men at the start in September, when the meta was strictly two glass locks. And then people started figuring out that glass locks can shoot. So it was probably the beginning of 2K20. That's what it was. The beginning of 2K20, I think the shooting was fine. But the majority of the community was complaining because the shooting was difficult. And then I didn't play much of 2K21 PS4 Xbox One edition, so I can't really tell how the shooting was on that. Oh yes, I can. I just remember I made a center who it was like almost impossible to get my 3-point shot like good. Like it was useless to try to shoot on that game. And then you come in the next gen where shooting is, how should I say? Well, to me, shooting's fine. To me, there's some shots that go in that, raise his eyebrows, so to speak. Shots like some people be saying, I don't have my percentages on right at this second this year, so I don't really know. But I know my friends was talking about, in career, they just shoot the ball in people's face. 40, 60, 70% cover to be green. And then you bring that online, and it's a lot of those that going on out here too. And that ain't it, That's not it. Now, I don't know if they made the shooting thing overpowered because defense is kind of overpowered this year. I don't know what the case is, but I feel like if it's 70% covered, it should be, the green window for that should be very low. And I highly doubt people out here are skilled enough to green a 70% covered consistently. That's just me. But one of the reasons why shooting needs to be patched the most is that my own teammate yesterday, I'm out there in the wreck greening. Because, I got the best build in the game with the best jumper, So I'm greening. And he's like, they need to patch shooting immediately. Because normally, I'm not a skilled shooter. Normally, I'm an inside paint beast. I like to contact dunk. I just want to create a little bit space to where, like, when you play zone, people got to respect you enough, Stuff like that. Nothing major, nothing too major. But, man, it was one game I was out there, like, I think I finished that game like 6 or 8 from 3. All greens, except the 2 I missed were kind of like slightly late, something like that. But everything else was just like greens, green. And when I did that, he knew shooting needed to be touched because I'm not supposed to do that. I don't do that. I don't normally shoot threes like that, I'm deadly in a corner now with corner specialists with this shooting. So shooting just needs to be touched just a little bit. Just a little bit, not too much. 2K. I know 2K is going to overdo it when they patch it because they don't know how to balance things out. So I know it's going to be a period of time. Shooting is bad. Like, people won't start bricking everything. And while I'm on the topic of shooting, we can also talk about the free throws. What's up with that, 2K? Y'all got to explain that to me. Them free throws. Why am I out here with a 70 rating, but when I shoot that joint in a wreck, that joint say 45 and 50? Something got to be wrong. It's hacker. It can't even hack a Shaq. It's hacker everybody out there right now. Everybody. It's almost like when you're getting fouled now, people just make the free throw. Then you get mad. It's bad when you get mad when somebody green a free throw. When somebody makes and green a free throw, you get angry on the inside because it's just like, you ain't supposed to make that. That one's like a 50. So 2K, I ain't gonna spend too much topic on that because y'all know y'all dead wrong for that. Y'all dead wrong for not letting nobody make no free throws unless they like their free throws like a 90. Y'all know people ain't spending their skill points on no free throws. Fix that joint. And last but not least, we'll talk about the contact dunks. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. I have been put on so many people's clips. So many people's clips in the past couple days, man, because of the contact dunks. Now, luckily, I'm not a big enough YouTuber, so my name ain't gonna get out there like, oh, I body bagged Chris Jones. I body bagged. I jumped over Chris Jones. But I mean, the contact dunks in this game make it to the point where you almost don't even want to play help defense. I told my friends, I'm like, look, if I keep getting contact dunked on, once y'all get beat, that's it for y'all. That's it for y'all. And I know there's a few people out there saying you're a center. Getting contact dunked means you're playing good defense. Yes. Basketball terms, getting contact dunked does mean you was in the right position. You tried to block the shot. He just jumped a little higher. The timing was a little off. You know what that means for 2K? That means you might be on 2K TV. You might be on somebody's YouTube montage, a highlight video. And if I was famous, I would have been trending on Twitter from getting body bagged. But I'm not. So I don't have to worry about that, But the contact dunks are ridiculous. Everybody, right now, in the game's state right now, everyone can shoot, everyone can dunk. Right now is the time to get online and start playing because your player gonna look different. He gonna look overpowered. Like me, for instance. Look, I just got dunked on and literally got a shooting achievement. And we lost. Look at the stats here. 9, 14, and 6. That's what I finished with. No really impact of a game. The game just needs to be a little bit more patched. They need to put some things together in the game, They need to do some things different in the game, They need to do some things different. But that's really all I have time for today. That's really all I have time for in this video. I've covered all the topics. You know what else needs to be fixed in this game. You know that this game is not polished. The game ain't done. It's not done. Silly for us to think that we as a gaming community would get a finished product game. Maybe around Christmas or New Year's, this game is kind of at its peak. When everybody kind of gets it, everybody got a system now, it's gonna reach its peak and it'll be better. But as of right now, it's in a stage where it's just very dangerous to do certain things. Very, very dangerous to do certain things. But that will be all that I have to talk about today. I don't have no intro. I don't have no outro. Those things are still in progress, getting made because I got to make sure I do it right. But It's Chris Jones is my new channel. You can subscribe. I'm not even going to tell you to comment because we're all guilty YouTube watchers. When the YouTuber says that comment, we just click another video. I understand. I'm not gonna ask you for your comments on these things, man. But y'all know, if y'all played the game online, y'all know how the game gets down, and y'all know the game needs to be a little bit fixed, just a little bit. Sinners, I'm sorry if you're out there getting dunked on. You ain't the only one. Sinners, if you out there shooting that joint, getting them joints green, you ain't the only one. Guards doing it too. If guards out there shooting with Deadeye and y'all think that Deadeye's overpowered, no, it's just a game. It's just a game. But it'll all come back. It'll all be regular one day. I'm signing out.